portions of this show are recorded. Strap in and be prepared.
You just heard Baby J about 3 minutes give his entire A to Z on what was going on. I didn't interrupt you.
I don't even like I got to everything, honestly.
No, you didn't get to everything.
Interesting guests.
Kelly Graves, Mike Parker, Josh Pate, Melyssa Lombardi, Yogi Roth, who said that Justin and I are smart.
Sharp opinions.
I think Dan Lanning sitting in his office going, you know what, fine, give us the toughest road to win the national championship. That's what it should be.
I think that this team is going to go as far as Malik Murphy takes them. There's a lot to like about this offense if he's who we think he could be.
And some smiles.
Is this thing on?
Is this thing working? No, that's why you got to do this. You got to go.
Hello?
Hello? Testing, testing,
it's like the little
testing.
girl in Nemo where she's tapping on the glass.
Fishy! Fishy, wake up, Fishy!
It's Danny Havel.
We have to be more specific. We have a lot of pickle things going on, apparently.
Justin Grossweiner.
I've been wrong before, but that's what I think.
Danny and Justin starts now on Fox Sports Eugene and Newport.
Hello, neighbors, and welcome high atop the Delta Tri in the Crystal Palace of the Bigfoot Beverages Studios in Eugene and Newport, and live from the 9th Green at Shadow Hills Country Club, where the Diamonds and Divots golf tournament is just getting ready to wrap up. This is the Danny and Justin radio program live in Newport and Eugene on Fox Sports. Thanks for tuning in wherever and however. Got a lot to get to. We got big bets this hour. We are going to have some of the players from the University of Oregon softball program. Lindsey Grein, Kaylynn Jones are going to join us. Melyssa Lombardi is going to join us the first half of the program. We'll do big bets with Goose, Justin, and myself. Goose picked the games this week. It is a beautiful day. I was horrible on the golf course. I didn't get to play the last hole. So there we go. As we wind things down and wind things up for a Friday program, thanks for tuning in, friends. If you follow us, do it on Danny and Justin on Twitter and Blue Sky. Also, pod us wherever you do the podcast platforms. Danny and Justin. I am Danny Havel. That's my tag team partner back in the studios. He doesn't get to enjoy the sunshine, but he's there helping us with all the buttons and everything else. It's my boy, Justin Grossweiner, Baby J. What a boy!
That's the first time I think you've called me your boy. But I like it.
You're my boy, Blue.
I'm glad
Blue.
Yeah, I am your boy, Blue. I'm glad we're all here today. That's sort of where I'm at. I'm just glad we're all here. We're all talking. The show is going to happen. It's all good.
Man, I'll tell you. Hopefully the echo's not too bad. But the weather held out. It was actually really good for us out here at Shadow Hill. So it's the Diamonds and Divots, the second annual Diamonds and Divots fundraiser for the Oregon softball team. I got to play with the general, Jeff Oliver, our buddy Jeremy Singleton, and Ross from Laurelwood came out.
I saw that,
us.
Yeah, and I made an appearance, it looks like, on a sign.
You did. You did. You see? You saw that? Oh, you saw that. Yeah. We had our ugly mugs on one of the signs on one of the holes.
I feel
there,
like
so
my suit just looks so out of place.
No, it was perfect though. And by the way, I just want to let you know, the general tried to hit our face. He literally put that sign like 15 feet off the tee box, and he was trying to drive a ball through it, and he missed. So just saying.
Well, I can respect that.
It was fine. Yeah, he said he was aiming more for you than me, but that was only because I was sitting there.
Yeah.
But however, so we've got a big weekend of football coming up. Northwestern tomorrow for Oregon. For Oregon State, they're on the road down in Lubbock, taking on Texas Tech. Both 12:30 kicks. Well, actually, no, 12:30 kick for Texas Tech, Oregon State. Oregon kicks off at 9 a.m. our time. I was going to say that's right. 9 a.m. for Northwestern and Oregon tomorrow. Early kick. It's 11 o'clock in Evanston, Illinois, as Oregon takes on the Wildcats. The first Big Ten game of the season. One of only two Big Ten games tomorrow, as Justin corrected me yesterday. But we're going to have a couple of players stop by here in a moment, and we'll hopefully have Melyssa Lombardi as well in the first half of the program. Then we'll do big bets in the last half of the program. Are you, by the way, Justin, you're one game behind already on big bets. Do you feel primed? Do you feel ready? Are you enthused about what you're picking this week, or have you even looked at the games? Have you even looked?
No, I have looked at the games. I have looked at the games. But what
Okay.
happens is I end up getting so busy throughout the later part of the week. The Thursday, Friday, Saturday part of my week is the busiest part. And so I basically, unless I really do my research before, it just becomes one of those things that on the priority list, it just isn't number one a lot of the time. It's up there. It's like 4 or 3 a lot of the time, but it's usually not number one. So I don't get to it until like Thursday or Friday. So I've looked at the games.
So
a lot of these are based on feel. A lot of these games are based on feel, how I feel about the programs in general. It's a little bit too early, I think, to know how good all these teams are, especially because non-conference play, and a lot of these teams are playing, programs that don't fit with them. So I think that early on, I'm still sort of feeling it out in terms of these teams a little bit.
Okay.
But feeling, I don't know. I can't say I feel great about how it started. I have to say, I wish I would have started a little bit better.
But you know what? I'm just going to say, if you looked at last year versus this year, I think both of us are actually better than we were when we started out last year. And we're only 2 weeks into it.
Yeah. By the way.
Right? So
yes, we are.
Go ahead. Yes.
I think we missed our anniversary, by the way.
We did.
Are you sure?
We did, but you know.
Oh yeah, we did. I think we did.
We did.
It's all right though.
So wait a second. So what? No. So wait. Are you
do you
shaming
want to know
me
how
right
I know?
now? It's just like
I'm not shaming you. I just do you want to know how I know?
Don't tell me.
Because I remember us talking about 9/11 last year. We talked about I remembered that last night. I was like, oh, we did. We're going to do our anniversary show. I'm sure, or we were at least mention it, but looks like we didn't.
And we don't have any tape of our first show, so
You're right.
sorry.
That was my fault, though.
So I remember talking about, because I know exactly where I was, because I was actually on the radio when that happened. Actually, no, I wasn't on the radio yet. Still, I had taken a break. But I remember waking up, going to work, and watching the news when that happened. And we didn't talk about it much yesterday.
No, we did not.
We didn't talk about it at all yesterday. But I think, everybody else covers it.
Sure.
And they did it much better than we could. But it's not that we didn't remember what was going on, but there was a lot of things going on yesterday, and we were trying to keep it light with
Yes,
sports,
we were. Oh, absolutely,
there were.
To do. Yeah. No, I was the youngest. I say that I'm the youngest you can be to remember 9/11 because I was 6 years old. I was very young, but I do remember I was in school. I remember we were taken out of school and we just moved in to our house in Florida, and so we had no furniture. We just had a television on the ground, and I just remember watching the television on the ground and kind of watching the events unfold. So anyways.
All right, we're going to have Lindsey Grein on first.
Okay.
So she's grabbing something, and she's coming this way, and you're going to see her in just a moment as she sits here next to me, and she's going to put the headset on, the pitcher for the Oregon Ducks softball team, as she joins us here on the Danny and Justin radio program. Lindsey, can you hear everything?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir. So Lindsey, welcome to the program. First time on the program. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, what a great event.
Yes.
Second year you guys have done this, right? So this whole event obviously is to help raise money for the program, but it also gets you in touch with the fans. And how great is that for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing opportunity to just see the amount of love that surrounds Oregon athletics and Oregon softball. It's just been really cool, and it's a super fun day for the girls, our staff, and for our fans. So it's kind of a win-win all the way around. So super honored to be a Duck and to get the opportunity to have kind of that one-on-one connection with our fan base.
So I have to say, when we watch you in the circle, your intensity, but also the way you smile,
yes,
and the way you grit, and Justin back there in the studio.
Hi, by the way.
Say hi to Justin. Yeah,
Hi.
there you go. So, what is going through your mind, especially if you get down and account you're 2-0 to a batter, but you're still smiling and you're still great. So, can you help us understand what's going through your head at that moment?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to softball, I think it's a team sport for a reason. I think that's all goes into a lot of my game, and what motivates me is to do well for my teammates. And I know that the way I can get the best results out of myself for my team is to be in a strong headspace and just be reliant on my teammates. And truthfully, it's fun. Like, they're my friends. I get the opportunity to go play on a national level with some of my best friends, and that's, I think, a huge blessing. So, I mean, why take the opportunity to, like, why not? Like, why not be happy and enjoy that time and not take it for granted?
Attitude.
So
awesome.
Is there something that you tell yourself, or like a mental process you go through when you realize, like, hey, I'm getting frustrated, or I'm, things aren't going the way I want to? Is there something you kind of like reset to?
Yeah, I mean, and I'll accredit this to my teammates. They've been such a huge help. We all hold each other accountable and keep each other on the path that's going to lead to the best results for the team, as well as our coaches. So I want to be sure to give credit where credit is due to them. But for me, I actually came up with this with Coach Lombardi. I have written on my glove, it says 0-0 count. And if you treat every pitch like an 0-0 count, you really have nothing to lose. So that's something personally, like a good reminder for me. And then, and I just look at my teammates and I'll let them know, I'm like, this one, every pitch, it's like this one I'm going to give my heart into. And if I don't get what I want, then there's another one. And then I can get the opportunity to get that next one. So, just always having a forward focus with that.
U of O softball pitcher Lindsey Grein joining us here on the Danny Justin radio program. We're live out at Shadow Hills. We're wrapping up the Diamonds and Divots golf tournament this year, second annual. We'd love to have you guys out here next year as well. We were almost at capacity, a couple more teams. We can squeeze them in next year. We'll give you plenty of opportunity to talk about that when we get to the fall next year. So speaking of fall, you guys have a fall schedule. So there's a few games you get to play. So what are you trying to accomplish moving into the spring? Because there's going to be a long gap between the fall and the spring to try and get yourself ready to go. So what are you trying to accomplish in the next couple of months?
Yeah. I mean, I think coming into version 8, I mean, this is an opportunity to really embrace the newness that we have coming in. I think that this past season with version 7, we laid a really good foundation for the opportunity to lay a new foundation this upcoming fall, and that standard is raised. So to get the opportunity to learn more about our newcomers, our freshmen, our transfers, and to just get that team bond and that connection off the field and translate that on the field, I think is the biggest goal to accomplish in fall. And then obviously build those connections, maintain them, grow both physically and mentally, and then come back ready to go for spring. So I'm really excited to see what this group has to offer, and I'm really honored to be a part of it. We have some amazing new faces, and I'm so excited for the Duck fans to get to meet them.
And you guys got a taste of the College World Series last year. Is obviously big for you guys. Just how difficult is it to reset after that and to, get to your headspace of going through the journey of getting there again? Because it's not going to just be, hey, we're in the College World Series again. You got to go through that journey.
Yeah, I think the beauty of last season is we got a roadmap. We kind of got a blueprint for how to get there. It doesn't have to look the exact same. And I think that's something that version 7 taught our program is it doesn't have to look a certain way as long as you're accomplishing your goal. So I think coming into version 8, it's for us to be unique to version 8. I think it's to not replicate anything. I mean, there's some values and some really good aspects that we can take from version 7, but I think that we can make something really special with version 8. So to embrace that, and yeah, just go embrace that on the field. And I think, we got a taste of the World Series. We got a taste of what that's like. And I think us returners, we have the expectation to go back.
So and by the way, we're with Lindsey Grein, the girl in the circle, as I think Coach Lombardi is coming off I don't know. She's a lefty, by the way. I didn't realize she was a lefty. So, by the way, she's out there still swinging the club. She's out here on the last screen. I think she'll be in here in a second to talk to us. We're with Lindsey Grein out here at the Diamonds and Divots out at Shadow Hills. There's my buddy Jeremy, who I played with. He played a lot better than I did. It was fun. It's a great event, raising money for the Oregon softball program. And part of that, now I want to talk about NIL, transfer portal, all of that. Now, you have to make decisions for yourself when the season ends. And I'm sure you may have gotten approached by other programs and such. So tell us and tell the fan base that are listening, what makes Oregon special and why do you stay here?
Yeah, I think back to going into my junior year when I was deciding where to go to college and where I wanted to be. And Coach Lombardi had just said, she's like, if Oregon's in your heart, you're going to know. And I don't think Oregon's ever going to leave my heart. I'm committed to this program through and through. I think we just value, I think we have such a big family value here that you don't really, I mean, you can say you have it at other places, but it's real here and you can feel it. And I think that's the connection that the fans feel through the screen, and they feel it with us on the field. It's real. And to get the opportunity to play for some amazing coaches who want you to both thrive physically, athletically, mentally, and just be a good person, I think that's super special. They care about the person first before the athlete. And developing strong women is just, that's Coach Lombardi. Like, that's what she wants from us, and that's what Coach Martyr and Coach Liss and Coach Rowe want from us. So I think to have that as that's your leaders, like that, that's awesome. That's awesome. So
we're hopefully going to have Kaylynn Jones come. She's up there. She's afraid to get on the microphone, by the way. So she was with me on the course, and she taught me something that Coach Lombardi teaches you, and I want to share it with the fans, and I want you to talk about it as well. Is that I missed a putt, and I was like, I'm sorry. And what she said is that we don't say that. We say what?
I got you.
I got you. So where does that come from in that mentality?
I mean, I got you just means like, like I said, you're playing with your buddies. You're playing with some of your best friends. I got you is, hey, I can't change what I just did 2 seconds ago, but I'm going to get the next one, and I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to get it done for you, for the team, and I know I can do better. It's just that way of holding yourself accountable. And I mean, you could say I'm sorry, but it just doesn't really fly here at Oregon. We say I got you. I think it shows the intent behind, hey, I'm going to get this done.
What have you been doing in the off season to get yourself ready for this version 8?
Yeah, I got the opportunity to reach out to a couple of our newcomers, so got to meet them and have a couple of phone conversations with them, which has been really awesome to hear their voices, and then now to finally see them face-to-face has been great. So got to do that. I trained. My sister Sydney, I don't know if you know anything about her, but she used to catch in college 2 years ago. So put on her gear, and she caught me all summer. So she's a big trooper for doing that for me. Trained, worked out, lifted, conditioned, did it all again, and got to spend some time with my family. So
did you get to hit some golf balls? Or did you putt?
I did get to hit some golf balls.
Okay.
And I did putt. I will say I'm not the best golfer, but it was fun.
What was your exit velo? Because did you do that on the
for
on the
hitting
hole?
off the tee?
Yeah.
It was 78.
I was 62.
That's still pretty good.
But I beat my age, so I'm okay with that.
There you go.
I'm okay with that. So, Lindsey, you're a pleasure. We love watching your intensity, but how you also do it with grace and you smile. And when things are adversity brings opportunity, and we see that in you. So thank you very much, and thanks for being a Duck.
No, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to the Duck fans for welcoming me. I'm so happy to be here and so honored to be a Duck.
All right, Justin, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'm gonna wrangle Kaylynn. She doesn't want to get on the air, but I'm gonna wrangle the second baseman. And we'll get her on the air, and then we'll also have Melyssa Lombardi as we continue here on the Danny and Justin radio program, live from Shadow Hills Country Club at the Diamonds and Divots tournament. We are live out at Shadow Hills Country Club at the Diamonds and Divots Classic, the second annual softball fundraiser, University of Oregon. Apparently, they didn't need me on the last hole, but I have the ringer of our group. It's second baseman Kaylynn Jones joining us from the University of Oregon. Most recently from Denton, Texas. So, all right, so come on now. Tell me about the last one. You piped a drive.
I did. First one ever. Right-handed, too.
So, and you're a lefty.
I am a lefty.
So you were putting right-handed.
I
and
was.
You were actually doing really well. You were getting
It wasn't.
into
I had a good teacher. You did good.
Well, that wasn't me. That was Jeremy.
But it was you, too.
Okay,
You told me
well,
not to go too hard or too soft. And did I listen all the time? No. But I tried.
And they used your drive on the last hole? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we win the whole thing, are we going to carry you around the golf course? Is that what we're going to do? Okay. All right. So talk about your journey to get here to Eugene. Okay. You played high school ball. Your family moved around a lot, so you tried to, find some roots. So it's listed you're from Denton, Texas. That's where you came from for here. So talk about your journey to Eugene and how do you get to the University of Oregon?
Gosh, I've had a great support system with my family and just coaches growing up. So I just feel like they've just always pushed me to be the best I could be. And then,
so did you always want to come to Eugene, or was it? Okay, yeah, you just.
Sorry, I'm excited. Yeah, I did. Oregon was beautiful. It was a different environment, especially from where I've grown up, and just being here as soon as I stepped on campus, it was beautiful. So working with the coaches was great too.
How many different places have you lived?
More than I can count on my fingers.
Okay, well,
I probably need a few sets of hands.
Yeah, I'm the same way as you. I think I've lived in 8 or 9 states in multiple different places during those states. So I feel personally like I'm a very different person than people that have just stayed in the same place and they have roots in one area and they've known the same people from kindergarten or whatever. And it sounds like you kind of have a similar experience to me. So how do you feel like you and just the amount you've moved around, and how has that affected you just as like a person?
As we were talking about earlier, I feel like it's made me have to grow up quicker, being on my own. I lived away from my parents 2 different times.
Okay.
With them living out of the country, I had to live with coaches, different teammates, grandparents. We've always traveled back to California because of softball, but again, moved multiple different times. Probably the longest I'll ever be somewhere is probably here at the University of Oregon.
Kaylynn Jones, the infielder, joining us here on the Danny and Justin radio program live from Shadow Hills Country Club. The Diamonds and Divots Classic is wrapping up. You can hear everybody as they're coming off the golf course behind us. Hopefully we'll get Coach Lombardi, but maybe not. You're going to be our last interview probably as we get ready for big bets coming up in the last segment of the program. So, Kaylynn, your parents right now and your brother, they're in Italy right now.
Yes.
So, I mean, how do they watch you and this team play?
3 a.m. It's very, very early for them.
Crazy.
And yeah, they made a lot of games last year, which I was very grateful for. Did not expect it to happen, especially with my dad's schedule, but they made a lot. And 2 a.m., 1 a.m., it's crazy for them.
So as we talk about and what you already expressed is the love of this program and how you feel the connection. So it's hard to probably describe to people outside the program versus what's inside the program.
Yeah.
So talk about the sisterhood. Talk about how you feel the connection to Lindsey, to Riley, to all the other players that are helping support you, because you're one of the youngsters.
Yeah.
You're going to grow up in this program, but you can help bring that next generation of players into this. So what does that connection mean to you?
It's a whole different – it's like something I can't even explain. I've grown up with different team, different players, and I just feel like this is the best chemistry I've ever faced with, like this year and last year. So it's a blessing to be with these girls.
And speaking of last year, I think the end of last year, you just got on fire. You just started hitting everything, including in the Super Regionals, the College World Series. Freshman year for you, you make it all the way there. What kind of changed for you at the end of the year? Because it felt like you were a different player.
I feel like not making the game as big as it was. I feel like I've been in that stage before, going to state all 4 years of high school and making it to big nationals and travel ball. I just feel like calming down and being myself and not doing too much. My dad always texts me before games, "Do you?" And I was like, took it to heart that time. So.
Well, it's been a credit watching you, and the awards are going on right now, believe me. You're probably going to get long drive. I'm sure you're going to get with some kind of award. I don't think our team's going to get anything, but you know what? We kind of hung out and we had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. So what I appreciate about this program as well, and we're with Kaylynn Jones, the infielder for the University of Oregon softball team here at Shadow Hills. You're kidding. So you were so nervous about trying to get. You're doing nervous. A great job.
Thank you.
So this version 8 that's coming up. What is the like the level set and the standard now that you guys are trying to get? Because this has been a gradual build, and you're just on the front end of it now in your playing career.
Right.
So what do you see? Where do you want to go? And where do you want to be in this year? That's an easy question. Probably.
We're going all the way this year. This is the year. We said that last year, and our seniors last year set a huge example of what the standard needs to be and what it should be moving forward. And I think with this group now that we're going to get there, and we have no less meaning of it being anything less.
What has it been like getting to know your new teammates a little bit?
It's great. I mean, we just got back into town, and I just feel like we've already known each other for so long. So I feel like it's such a great group of girls.
How does Melyssa Lombardi do a job in terms of bringing in players that fit? You feel like you already have this connection with them. Like, is that a credit to her and the players that she's bringing in and the culture that she's built?
100%. These coaches work so hard looking for girls that are going to fit our program and do such a great job at it.
So, as well for you, what are you working on the hardest in this off season? So, when you take a look at what you did in the first year, and you did have a spectacular year, so now what are you trying to improve on? What is the thing you've been working on the hardest in the off season?
Honestly, just continue to mental game here in college is completely different from high school, travel, anything like that. I just feel like it's not that big of a difference than what you think it would be. Okay. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You think you watch college softball and you're like, wow, that's hard. Like, that's going to be insane. And then you get there and you're like, what was I freaking out about? Like, I'm here for a reason. I'm not saying it's easy.
Don't make it too big.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's easy because it's not at all. But I just think that you just need to honestly embrace it because, like Paige and Kai would always tell us, like, it goes by so fast.
And softball is a sport, I guess you could say it's built on failure. You know, the best hitters are going to hit, 350, 400 or whatever. Yeah. How do you mentally work with that? Because it's a sport where you're constantly kind of going to be failing and then you're going to succeed. So how do you kind of work through those points where it's the lows to get to the highs?
Gosh, I mean, we all go through it. And I think just last year for me was putting in all my trust in my teammates, knowing that they have me no matter what. Like, whether I'm going 0 for 3 or if I'm going 3 for 3, like, doesn't matter as long as I'm playing with my teammates because I know that they have my back.
We're with Kaylynn Jones, the infielder for the Ducks, as we are all done with the Diamonds and Divots tournament this second year of this tournament, so we'll have year 3 next year. So you've got a fall schedule.
We do.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's interesting because, baseball, they do have a little bit of fall workouts and such, but not necessarily games. Softball gets that opportunity. So what do you want to accomplish? Because it's a very compact and just a few games in October that's coming up, right?
Yes.
So what are you trying to accomplish in that for you?
Not even just for me, for everybody, is to build our chemistry up because I think that's what took us to the World Series. That's what took us past the regionals and super regionals is not hating each other. Honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but it means a lot. And those were good. I just think as long as we're working together and show each other how much we love each other, you can go past anything.
All right, well, go get them this fall. And
Thank you so much.
Go get them this year. Thanks.
Thank you.
And great drive. I wish I could have been there for the drive.
I guess it was you.
I guess it was. It was my club, right?
It was your club. I think it was.
Okay, there you go. All right, Kim, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kaylynn.
There you go. Kaylynn Jones, one of the Oregon softball players that's out here at the Diamonds and Divots tournament. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Melyssa on. I'm going to try and wrangle her. She just got done with all the announcements. Kaylynn, she was so nervous about getting on the air, but she did a great job.
That was
everybody
fun.
out here. I mean, listen, and all of the softball players that were out here were with a group, and I'll tell you what, seeing the enthusiasm from these kids, seeing how they are invested in reaching out to the fan base as well. I mean, it's a pretty unique thing when you think about. And the Jane it's a very tight complex, but even in that ride through the postseason that Oregon made, it felt like it was like a ball of energy there at the Jane. I mean, you and I were there. I mean, we
were.
witnessed that, right?
Yeah, we absolutely did. And it was. I think you can feel the togetherness. That's, to me, I think, especially after hearing Lindsey and Kaylynn kind of talk about their experience with his team. And, there's this sense of, like, I know that you hear it everywhere else, but I promise you it's different here. I just think that's so cool to hear.
All right, well, we got to take our break. And then what? We got big bets coming up next, right?
Yes, we do.
Is that what we're doing? All right. Is Goose in the studio?
The biggest of bets. He is. I don't know yet, actually. He's not in this. He's not in the room with me. But
so he sent us his bets. So if we don't have him there live, then we know what he bet. And I need you to help me because I don't have my sheet in front of me.
I will help you out.
There we go. All right, when we come back, Danny and Justin, big bets next on the Danny and Justin radio program. All right, last segment out here at Diamonds and Divots out at Shadow Hills Country Club. The tournament's concluded. The general, he played really well, tried to carry the team.
Missy.
We did not. I don't think we ended up in the money, but that's okay. We had a great time. Kaylynn Jones was with us. We had Lindsey Grein a little bit earlier. And now we've got the head coach of the Oregon softball program, the leader of the flock. It's our dear friend, Melyssa Lombardi. Nails, what a great – you have to laugh.
I love it. No.
That's all right. So what a great tournament. What a great time and fellowship with the people that support the program.
Today was such a beautiful, gorgeous day. Just love all the support, love seeing everybody on the course. And this is how we kick off our year off. So our team just returned yesterday, and we get to kick off the year here at the golf course with everybody. So it was great. Version 8,
getting ready to lift off the ground. You've got a few games in the fall. And I want to start there because people have an opportunity to see your team here coming up next month.
Yes. Our social media, they just put it out. Right in the middle of October, we have just games after games after games. So we have 7 games against opponents, and then we have 1 inter-squad game to finish it off.
So what are you trying to accomplish in the fall? I mean, it's getting everybody together, especially the new players that are coming in. In fact, you just signed a few more players here in the last week. Congratulations. So what are you trying to accomplish when you get into the middle of October?
You know, right now we want to see what we look like together. Actually, this weekend, the first thing we do as a team is we go and take a retreat. And we're going to go to Gaston.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're going to go climb Spencer's Butte tomorrow. And then we're going to go to Gaston, Oregon, where there's a really neat aerial course in the trees and do some team bonding and get the people thing right. That's the most important thing is the connection. And what type of connection do we have? You know, it's version 8. And so now you get to start all over. The difference is our foundation is higher. And so it's getting that connection piece and then coming back to Eugene and then getting it rolling.
I'm sure you've answered this before, but where did the version thing come from? It's obviously not just a name, it's a mentality you're building from each year. So where did that come from?
That's a good question. After my first year here, we had a tough year, but that team, talk about nails. That team was nails. They were nails. They powered through some adversity. And I remember when we finished the year, one of our seniors said that she wouldn't change a thing, and she was glad to be a part of it, and she knows she's leaving the program better than when she found it. And she kept saying, I can't wait to see what next year's version look like. And when she said that, we're like, there you go. That was it. Mm-hmm. And so it was on to version 2.
So, by the way, I missed a putt on 3, and I turned to my guys and said, I'm sorry. Kaylynn immediately said, don't ever say that. Say, I got
you. Yes.
So I'm just saying.
I love it.
That from a sophomore already, she is inbred into the program. So, I mean, it's that culture that, I mean, people talk about that word and they throw it out a lot, culture this, culture that. But it's really about that mentality that brings people into this program, Coach. And it's a credit to you. It's a credit to Sam. It's a credit to the rest of your coaching staff as well, because they're going out and talking to these kids and bringing them in, and the right kids bringing into this program. And that's what you want to build, right?
Yep, and it all starts with the connection. It's the connection piece that we start off at the beginning, because we want to, if we have the connection, when things are going great, but when things aren't going our way, it doesn't matter, because the connection piece will push us through it.
How important is it going to be for fans to be at the Jane for your fall schedule?
Important, because I think it allows them to get a head start on version 8 and understand who we are. And version 8 is going to be really, really good. They're very talented, and we'll, obviously look at different. It's a different version, so you're going to see a different look from us, and it's going to be exciting to watch.
All right, Coach, we're going to let her go, Justin. She's got other responsibilities out here rather than our little silly thing that we do. But, Coach, we love you, Nails. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. I love your guys' support. I appreciate your friendship, and I'm excited for you to get on this journey with version 8, and let's go.
Let's go. There she go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, we're all throwing O's right now.
Yeah. All right. Melyssa Lombardi nails the leader of the flock of the Oregon softball program. Man, I'll tell you what, Justin, it's been gratifying. I've got to meet a lot of the other players. I mean, there is this energy, and I don't want to be, over simplistic about it, but you just start getting a sense, and we've talked about this before with like Dan Lanning and his culture, and you see, Ducks versus them and that energy and, going out and being the bull, and bull don't care and all that. But there's a different energy with this softball team. And I'll tell you what, these women, these young, strong women, the sky's the limit for them. And I've got to meet a lot of them, Stephanie Maake and others out here already today, and they are all in, man. I'm just going to tell you, this is going to be a fun ride for version 8 for Oregon softball.
No, and it feels like the pieces are all there. It feels like this has been done right, like it's a build. It's not like you're totally shifting. I mean, it just feels like there's like a direction here, and everybody's sort of moving towards it. And I think you can feel we can hear that when we're talking to these players and talking to Melyssa.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just the ceiling. There is no ceiling.
The ceiling is the roof.
Concerned. The ceiling. There you go.
The great Michael Jordan quote.
Attaboy. I love that. All right. So is Goose still there? Is
He's
Goose
not
going to
be here. I don't think Goose is going to be
here.
All
right.
I think he's got a meeting.
All right. So we will fill his in. So let's throw the sounder up and let's do it.
All right.
Guys think they know football. The winners.
I'm the winner!
The losers.
You're not that good.
Where to buy the best tailgate food. Let's put their knowledge to the test. It's time for Big Bets.
All right, so where we're at on the season is Goose and I are 5-5. Justin, you're just one game behind at 4-6. So the Oregon Man Clinics hotline at 541-343-5673. You can call in if you want to get in the queue right now. We're going to race through our picks real quick, and then we'll take the first 5 callers if we get to 5 callers before the end of the program, and you get to pick against us. Now, there's a prize, unless you've already beaten us, Brad. For anyone who, Brad.
But we need to just take your picks.
If you've already beaten us, yeah, we'll take his picks. That's fine. Brad's like 9-1.
I know.
Why wouldn't he? Right?
9-1. You're right.
All right. So let's go. I guess you can start. Give me the first game, buddy.
First game is going to be Georgia at Tennessee, and Georgia actually is favored as an away team by 3.5.
Georgia at Tennessee. I'm taking the Bulldogs.
I am also going to take the Bulldogs, and so is Steve Mims. We will all take the Bulldogs.
All right, so all of us taking Georgia. Again, 541-343-5673. Get lined up if you want to pick against the brain trust that is Danny, Justin, and Goose here on the Fox Sports Eugene and Newport radio program that is Danny and Justin. All right, so game number – by the way, the last game, whatever the last game that you pick, we're going to do the total points as our tiebreaker, Justin,
all right.
Just so you know. So pick wisely. All right, so next game.
Okay, I don't have the total points in front of me, so I'm going to have to grab that. But next game is going to be Kansas State at Arizona. Kansas State is favored as an away team once again by 1.5.
All right. All right, so and what's interesting when I looked at these odds, most of the away teams were favored, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
All right, so
I would say 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. All right, so you pick this one first.
Say that again.
You get to pick this game first. I'm not going first every time.
No,
you got to pick this game first. All right.
That's fine. I'll give my pick, and I'll give Steve Mims' pick. So my pick, I'm going to take Kansas State as the away team, and so will Steve.
See, this is killing me because, I used to work with the lads at Kansas State. Yeah, I got to go Wildcats. EMAW. every man.
It just feels like they're going to win that one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. All right, so we're all lined up for that.
Yep.
Okay,
so all
game.
square so far. So Tulane is at home against Duke, and Tulane is the only home favorite we have. They're favored by 1.5. So I'm going to go with Duke.
No, tell us Goose's first. Tell us Goose, and then
Goose
I'll
is going
go.
with Tulane.
I'm taking Duke.
All right. So Goose has Tulane. You and I are both going Duke.
Duke. All right. Okay. So we're lined up there. All right. So 3 games down. Okay.
Okay.
We are all aligned with Kansas State. We're all aligned with Georgia. And then 2 of us with Duke and 1 with Tulane in the 3rd game. And again, if you want to hop on, 541-343-5673, the Oregon Man Clicks hotline, to make your picks after we're done with our picks. All right. So.
Last 2?
All right. Last 2. Here we go.
All right.
I get to pick first. What's the game?
California is at home against Minnesota, who is favored by 2.5.
No, I'm going Bears. I am absolutely going JKS on this.
All right. Well, we are all in agreement because I will also be going with Cal, and so will Steve Mims. So a lot of agreement this week.
We only have 1 game, right?
Yeah,
that we have any disagreement on right now.
Yeah, the Duke and Tulane game. So I'm looking up the over and under.
No,
the total points.
No,
for the
total
last game.
points is we get to pick. We get to pick the total points we think are going to be scored in the game.
Fine, fair enough.
Yeah, that's the total.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All
last game, Clemson at Georgia Tech, and Clemson is favored by 3.5.
Clemson's at Georgia Tech. 3.5. I think you get to pick first, and then you tell me Steve's, and I go last.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick Clemson, and I have to say I don't feel great about it, but I am going to pick them. Steve is going to pick Georgia Tech. Danny?
I'm just telling you, this is a tough one. That's
It
tough
is a
one
tough
for
one.
me, man. I'm just telling you. I think I'm going Ramblin' Wreck.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, I'm going Ramblin' Wreck.
I
Georgia
guess
Tech.
I've planted my flag on Clemson.
Yes, you on Tiger Island.
Yes.
It's Tiger Island for Justin.
At least it's not the LSU Tigers. All right.
All right, so total points, Georgia Tech. So this is where we didn't let Goose know. So he will weigh in on his tiebreaker. So, but you can get anybody who calls in, get their tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. So I'm going total points between Clemson and Georgia Tech. I am saying the total points are going to be 52.
Ooh, that's pretty close to what I was thinking. I'm going to go 48. So you're going 52. I'm going to go 48. Right.
Okay. Again, the Oregon Man Clicks hotline at 541-343-5673. If we have anybody on the line, you can hop in and pick
yes,
against us. We got Dad Joke. All right, so here we go. I'll let you run that, bud.
All right, well, guess who it is? It's Brad.
Coach Mark!
No, it's Brad.
Brad, you salty dog, you. 9-1. All right, Brad, we probably should have consulted you before we made our picks, but I'll let Justin run you through them.
Brad, you there? I don't know. No, we lost him, looks like.
We lost Brad.
I'm sure we'll get him back.
Hotline.
I'm sure we'll get him back.
541-343-5673. Once again, 541-343-5673. You want to dial us up. So if it's busy when you're calling, by the way, friends, keep trying, because once you hear the caller drop off, then you can dial back in, and we'll try and get as many of you in. And you can also go to our Twitter page and give us your picks.
Brad, do we have you now?
On Danny and Justin.
This is Coach in Phoenix. How are you guys doing?
Oh, this is Coach. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach. All right, Coach, go.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
All right.
I'm going to take the Wildcats.
Okay.
They're both Wildcats in that game, by the way. I'll take the Arizona Wildcats. I'll take Duke.
That's right. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Minnesota and Georgia Tech, and my total will be 46 points.
Okay, so you said you're going to take Duke, Minnesota, and Georgia Tech. And your total points again?
Yeah.
46.
46. I'm in a box then.
Those are all the winners, so in case anybody else needs them, just write them down.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, B1. Thanks, Coach. All right, so Mark drops off. Coach Mark drops off. And so the line is open at 541-343-5673. That's the Oregon Man Clicks hotline. I'm out here at Shadow Hills where the sun is shining right now. It is beautiful out here. And they had all the winners announced. We didn't win anything, Justin. Sorry, bud. I didn't
That's
bring
unfortunate.
That home for us. Yeah,
that's all right.
Dad joke coming up as well. That's all right. It is.
It's just what Melyssa Lombardi said. Did you have a good time?
Had a great time.
That's
and
what's
we got
important.
the Big Ten Championship trophy sitting out here. I'm going to take a picture of that before I leave, and then head
The
up
Big
to
Ten Championship
Corvallis
trophy
for-
is there.
Yes, it's right here next to me.
Wow. I would love to see that. I would love to see a picture of you with it. There it is. I think I can kind of see it.
That. Yeah, no, so there. If I turn it that way, can you see it? There we go.
Yeah, because
It's
this is
up there.
great radio once again.
Yeah. All right.
I can see it.
So 541-343-5673, the Danny and Justin radio program, Big Bets. If you also want to get on the Twitter handle at Danny and Justin, you can go ahead and give your picks there. We'll take the first 5, and you can play against us to win prizes. So maybe Brad can hop up on the line if he's out there. So, Brad, I hope that you keep trying at 541-343-5673, the Oregon Man Clinic's hotline. Also, by the way, we've got Friday Night Live coming up tonight, Justin, and I know that you have some
Yes,
shenanigans going on with you and Brian. So
yes, I do. So I want everyone to go to the Fox Sports Eugene Twitter page right now because we have a super fun poll that we have going on. It is a March Madness style bracket of the best mascots of the high schools here in the state of Oregon. And so we have just 8 different matchups. We got Tillamook and Bonanza. We've got Oakland and Pendleton, the Honkers. We've got a bunch of fun nicknames on there. So I want everyone to go over there and give us your opinion. Because Ryan and I talk about this all the time on Friday Night Live. We have our opinions on these names, the Lava Bears, Steelhead. I mean, there's some great names out there. The Fishermen. I don't think that one made the top 16. But some great names out there, some great mascots. So we want to hear everybody's opinions on what their favorite mascots are there. So go to Fox Sports Eugene Twitter page, and you can vote there.
All right, so do we have anybody on the Oregon Man Clinic's hotline right now? Because if not, we've got somebody here, a celebrity picker.
Is Brad with us?
Brad? Are you there now,
here.
bud?
Yes.
I made it.
Yes.
All right, Mr. 9-1. Let's hear. What do you got, buddy? So, Justin, run them through the games.
All right, Brad. First one, Georgia at Tennessee. Georgia's favored by 3.5.
Tennessee.
Okay. Second game, Kansas State at Arizona. Arizona is a 1.5-point underdog.
Arizona.
Okay. Duke is at Tulane. Tulane is favored by 1.5.
Tulane.
We stumped him. You said
right.
Tulane?
Yeah,
Did I
Tulane.
hear you right,
Yep.
Brad? Tulane? All right.
Yes,
Okay.
I said
And?
Tulane, yes.
All right. Cal is
All
hosting
right.
Minnesota. Minnesota is the 2.5-point favorite.
It's Cal at Minnesota.
Minnesota
Yep.
at Cal, sorry.
At Cal.
Minnesota at Cal.
I'll go Cal.
Cal. And then Clemson is at Georgia Tech. Clemson is favored by 3.5.
Hey, I got to go Georgia Tech. They got me at that upset over Colorado.
They did. All right, I'm on an
Attaboy.
island over
All right.
here.
Total points, Georgia Tech game.
59.
59, high score.
All right.
All right.
Brad, love that you listen to the program, buddy. We love you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Brad.
Take care, you guys.
All right. Celebrity picker is here. It's the general, Jeff Oliver,
Got about
who
30
pounded
seconds.
drives today. All right, so run them through them real quick.
All right.
First game.
Georgia, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
All right, Tennessee. Kansas State, Arizona.
Arizona.
Tulane and Duke.
Duke.
Minnesota at Cal.
Cal Bears.
Georgia Tech, Clemson.
Clemson.
All right,
Total points,
here we go.
Clemson, Georgia Tech.
52.
All right.
52. Time for
There he
dad
goes,
joke.
the general. All right, here we go.
Oh, a joke.
I got fired from the bank today. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her.
Dad jokes.
Seafood joke. Here we go.
Okay.
You ready? Why do crabs never volunteer?
Oh, I don't
Why
know.
do crabs never volunteer?
It's a good
Because they're shellfish.
one.
Yeah, that was about as good as your putting today.
Well,
he
somebody's
goes.
honest.
There he is, the general, piping in. Kids, what a great week. I'm only going to be on the program like once in the next couple of weeks. It'll be Monday, if you're lucky. Baby J, have a great time. time tonight on Friday Night Live and on game day tomorrow. Go Ducks, go Beavs. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in here on our little radio program. For Baby J, I'm Danny. God bless, be well. Put a smile on your face. Someone else's. They deserve it. So do you. Peace.